If you are ready for this first assessment, go ahead and put your green cards up so I know that you're ready.
Green.
Once I see green, I'll write the first question. And remember, try your hardest. If you don't know the answer, it's okay. You can skip it and go to the second question. But if you do know it, just write what your answer is, all right? Remember, this is all by yourself. Cards down, first question. By yourself. And remember, once you are finished, you are going to hold up that green card. Once you are finished, you're going to hold up that green card so that I know you are ready. And then once I see majority of them done, I will go ahead and move on to the next question. Make sure you leave space for question number 2. Make sure you leave space for question number 2. I'm going to give you 30 more seconds. Remember, I need those green cards up. Just so I know. I can't move on until I know everybody is ready. 15 seconds. All right, question number 2. And you just need to tell me in your own words, okay?
Did you say it out?
No, on your paper, on your whiteboard. So how did you solve the problem? What strategy did you use? So did you just, write it down. I just want you to write it down so I can see. So there's so many different strategies that you could have used. Some of you, I just seen you wrote it on the board. So what is that called? Some of you, I seen you drawing pictures. What is that called? Some of you, I seen you marking lines. What is that called? So how did you have to be able to tell me, how did you solve this problem? Just tell me. So write that down. I use incomplete sentences. Explain to me how you solve that in complete sentences. And then when you're finished, go ahead and put up those. You said what? I'm sorry.
Does it matter how you
Nope, I just want you to be able to explain it. I'm not the spell police, I promise. And then I'm going to give you guys 1 minute, 45 seconds. I forgot I only got a couple minutes. Got 45 seconds to tell me in words. I should see words on those boards. I should see words underneath your answer. And then once you're done, go ahead and put that green up so I know. Once you are finished, go ahead and hold green up so I know you're finished. $20 seconds. If you see me next to me, go ahead and hold your board out so I can see what you wrote. But your number 1 answer's not on there. Put your first answer on there. I see your second. What was your first answer? Everybody look at their own boards, please. All right, time is up. This is all I need you to do for me. Just hold your board up so that I can see everybody's board, so I can just get an understanding of what they know and what strategies we use. And once I look at your board, so you write that on your board, sir. All right, go ahead and erase your boards once you wrote that on there. That gave me a good understanding of what you guys know. And, yep, everything. That's all I needed to know. That's all I needed to know. Okay, go ahead and erase your board. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move on, all right? So someone tell me, actually, I'll pick the person. randomly. My question to you, erase boards, markers down, whiteboards down. Everybody looking at me, track your speaker, please. Somebody tell me, and I'll tell you who, what is multiplication? I'm going to give you a moment to think about it. Think about it. Think about it, hands down. Think about it. What is multiplication? What is multiplication? Miss V, can you pick a number 1 through 18 for me, please? 6. 6. All right. Benji, tell me what multiplication is. What you think multiplication is? Okay. Miss Pacheco, can you give me a number?
9.
Eric, what do you think multiplication is?
Addition.
Addition. Awesome. That's what it is. Multiplication is just addition multiple times. Everybody give him a round of applause. Awesome. So we're going to discuss some specific multiplication. I'm going to give you a cheat sheet. All right?
Cheat sheet.
I'm going to give you a cheat sheet.
I'm
going to give you a cheat sheet. So we're going to talk about zeros, ones, twos, threes, 10s, and 11s. So I'm going to give you a cheat sheet. Here we go. And I'm going to tell you very quick ways how to solve multiplication problems with zeros, ones, twos, threes, 10s, and 11s. If you learn these and memorize these, then the rest of them will be a piece of cake. Alright? So once I give you these, go ahead and look over them before I begin. There you go. So what I looked at, when I was looking at your boards, a lot of you didn't have strategies or know how to explain how you solve the problem. So that's what we're going to talk about a little bit today. Because if you learn how to solve these problems, it becomes easier, a lot simpler for you when you get larger numbers. Here you go, honey. Alrighty?
Excuse me, send all my stuff.
I don't know why these blank pages printed. Awesome. And like I said, some of you already know these, and then there's some of you who do not know these. So we're going to go over them together. So the very first one, does everybody have a paper?
Yes.
All right. So the very first one, and I'm going to explain each one to you on the board, okay? So the very first one we're talking about is to multiply by 0. So the rule is, like this one. The rule is anything that is multiplied by 0 is what?
0.
Is 0. So let me give you an example. If I have 5 boxes, how many boxes? 5. So my multiplication problem is 5 times 0. That means what goes in these boxes? 0. Anything times 0 is? 0. Does everybody understand that?
Yes.
Got it? Huh? That's a 0. We're talking about numbers. Does everybody understand that rule?
Yes.
So if I did 1,000,000 times 0, it's what? 0. Because I can't put anything in those boxes, right? Does everybody understand that rule? Green card if you understand that rule. Red card if you don't understand that rule. And yellow card if you're still confused. All right, so I'm going to explain it one more time. Anytime I multiply something by 0, it is 0. So Lamar, if I multiply 6 times 0, what is that going to be?
0.
What is it going to be? 0.
Boy.
Right? So if I got 6 people and I have no candy, can I give you any candy?
No.
No. So it would be, everybody would get how many pieces?
No.
0. Does that make sense? Thumbs up if it makes sense for me. Awesome. The next one is multiply by what?
1.
By 1. So the rule is anything multiplied by 1 is the same number. So if I did 4 times 1, I got 4 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many go in each box? 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what's the answer? 4. Does everybody get that?
Yeah.
All right, so if I had 10 times 1, what would it be? 10. If I had a trillion times 1, what would it be? A trillion. If everybody understands that, green card. If everybody understands that, green card. If you're still confused, yellow card. Awesome, we can move on. Next is what? Multiply by 2. What's that rule? Somebody tell me. Go ahead.
Adding.
You can add, but what does the paper say? It's double, right? So anything multiplied by 2 is double. So if I have 4 times 2, that would be what? 8. I'm going to show you 3 different ways to get this, all right? So if we have, this is called repeat addition. Everybody say that after me. Repeat addition. So we have 4 how many times?
2.
Plus 4 equals what?
8.
8. So everybody got that?
Yes.
Is 4 double?
Yes.
Double means 2 times. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. You can also use boxes. If I have 4 times 2, I'll do 2, 1, 2, and that's 4. How many is in there? 1.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Did we get the same answer 3 times?
Yes.
If you understand that, green card. If you're still confused, yellow card. If you do not get it at all, red card. All right, so I'm going to go over this one more time. So anything multiplied by 2 is what?
It's number. Double.
It's double. And double means what?
Triple. Double.
Twice. It means 2 times. It means 2 times. So if I say 8 2 times, that would be 8 plus
8 plus 8, 16.
That's 3. 8 plus 8
Plus 8. Wait.
equals what?
16.
16. So if I had 4, I'm not doing 4. I already did 4. Let's do 6. I'm going to do a bigger number. Times 2. We have 6 plus
12.
6. That equals what? This also equals 12. Let's do our boxes. So we have 2. And how many rows do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we got 6. Sorry. So 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Now we could use the commutative property for some of you who think differently, and you can write it like this. And this is 6 times 2, and we draw it this way.
Wait, this is what I did in the class.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't do
So if you did this in a class, that means your teacher did her job.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah.
All right? So this is the same answer. Does everybody see that?
Yes.
All right. So if you understand this now, green card.
Green. Red.
Awesome. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. All right, what's the next rule? Multiply by 3. So 2 and 3 rules are very similar. Instead of double, it is triple. So triple means what? 3 times. So if I got 6 times 3, anybody know the answer?
9.
Nope. So I'm going to show you. So since we don't know this, we're going to use repeat addition first. So how many 6s do we need? 3, 6. Plus 6 is how much?
18.
18. No, 6 plus 6. This is 12.
It's 18.
And then we're going to add 6 to this. That equals what?
18.
18.
So our answer is 18.
Yep. So now we have to do our boxes though. We have to show our model. So we have 6 times 3. So we're going to make 3 1.
18.
And then we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's count. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Did we get the same thing?
Yes.
So now you can tell me using mental math, 6 times 3 is what?
18.
18. All right, so we're going to stop there. So let's review really quick, and then we're going to do one last activity. All right, what's the rule for multiplying zeros?
Anything times zero.
Is zero. What's the rule for multiplying by 1?
Anything that multiplies by 1 is the same number.
And what's the rule for multiplying by 2? And what's the rule for multiplying by 3? Okay, so quickly I'm going to just tell you 10 and 11. Those are the easiest ones out of all of them. If you multiply by 10, you actually use the rule for 1. And you just add a 0. So if it's 8 times 10, it's 80. If it's 7 times 10, it's
70.
If it's 6 times 10, 60. For 11, all you do is double the number. So if it's 8 times 11, it's 88. If it's 6 times 11, it's
66.
If it's 4 times 11,
44.
44. If you understand those rules, green card. If you're in the middle, yellow card. If you don't understand any of them at all, red card. You don't understand none of them?
I understand everything.
All right, so I'm going to test and see if you're telling me the truth. So here's what I need everyone to do. I just want you to make a circle around this table. Leave everything here. Go make a circle. Yes, 10. Quietly, just make a circle right around here. It's a circle all the way around here. 10. 9. 8. 7. Everybody should be around this right here. 7. Right around here. All the way around till you meet me. All the way around till you meet me. 5. 4.
And there's a big giant gap right here.
3. Just stretch out. Just circle around. 3. 2. All right, listen. I'm going to give you a card. All right, everybody look at me. 5. 4. Everybody should be looking at me. 3. 2. 1. 0. I'm going to give you a card. You can look at your card, but don't say anything until I get to you. When I get to you, you have to 1, tell me the answer, and 2, tell me the rule or the strategy. Does everybody understand that? So if you get 10 times 0 and you say the answer is 0, you have to tell me why. All right? Just like we discussed. Does everybody understand?
Yes.
All right, so you'll get your card. Don't let anybody else see. You can look at your own card. No, they are not all the same. Everybody's is different.
This is gonna be easy. 11 times 4. Whoa, yes. It says 11. That's 4.
You guys shouldn't be discussing your answers yet. Not until I ask you. No one else should see your card but you. The only card you should be looking at is
Yourself.
your own.
Huh?
All right, everybody has a card?
3 times 7.
All right, so we need to make sure we are respectful of those who are talking so that I can hear what they say. Because this is for me to see if you grew from when you wrote on that whiteboard to now after we just did that really quick lesson, all right? So, let me start with Benji. What card do you have? Tell me your problem. Everybody should be able to hear you.
4 times.
What is the answer?
4.
And tell me why. Awesome job. Nice.
4 times
I can't hear her. You guys, I need you to be louder. 4 times 2, what's the answer?
9.
4 times 2?
I mean,
Shh. Tell me the rule for 2.
8.
What's the rule for 2?
Anything
Anything multiplied by 2 is what? Not 2. What's the word for 2? Starts with a D. I'll come back to you. We're gonna go a couple more people and then I'll come back, okay? Mason, what's your card?
4 times 3.
What's 4 times 3?
12.
And tell me what's the rule for that? Anything multiplied by 3 is, you guys down there, shh.
Anything multiplied by 3
Is what? Awesome. Yes, that's wonderful. Go ahead. What's your question?
4 times 10.
4 times 10, and what's the answer?
40.
And how do you know? What is the rule we said? I know we went through 10s and 11 really quick. I'm gonna help you out a little bit. So I multiply 10s like I multiply
3.
1s, and I add a 0. There you go. Awesome. Your turn. 4 times 11. What's your answer?
44.
44. And tell me how you know or what strategy. What's the rule? Awesome. There you go. What's yours?
7 times 3.
7 times 3. What's your answer? 21. And what's the rule? Awesome. What's yours? 7 times 10. And what's your answer? 70. And what's the rule?
A rule is a 7 equals to 10.
Okay, so you multiply the 7 like by 1, and then you add a what?
10.
Not a 10, what's on the end of that 10?
0.
Mason.
0.
0. There you go. Awesome.
11 times 7.
7 times 11. And what's your answer?
77.
And what's the rule?
Anything times 11 is double.
There you. Yep. Be sure you guys up. What's yours?
8 times 10.
8 times 10. What's your answer?
80.
And what's the rule?
Anything times 10 is double the amount.
Not double. So you multiply it like you multiply the. And add a. There you go. What's yours?
8 times 11.
8 times 11. What's the answer?
82.
8 times 11? What's the answer?
81.
8 times 1 is what?
88.
88. And what's the rule for 11? Anything times 11 is what?
Triple.
Not triple. The answer is what? Double the number. Double the number. Okay, I'm coming back to you. What's your rule? What's your question again?
4 times 2.
4 times 2. So anything multiplied by 2 is what? Starts with a D. There you go. Your turn, Lamar. What's yours?
7 times 1.
7 times 1 is what? And what's the rule?
Any number multiplied by 1 is the same.
Awesome! And this is first time doing multiplication pretty much.
9 times 10.
9 times 10, what's your answer?
99.
And tell me why.
Because double it by 10.
You don't double it by 10. You multiply 10 by, like you multiply ones, and you add a
10.
Not a 10. There you go. What's yours?
3.
9 times 3. Ooh, what's the answer? You want me to get someone to help you out on that one? What's 9 times 3?
18.
18. Tell me why it's 18 though. What's the rule? Anything times 3 is what? Starts with a T. There you go. Darnell. 9 times 11? What's your answer?
99.
And why?
Because anything times 11, doubling the numbers.
There you go. And what's yours? Almost done, guys.
9 times 2,
9 times 2, what's your answer?
18.
18. And tell me what's the rule?
Because you have to double the number.
When it's multiplied by?
2.
Awesome. What's yours, Mr. Jones?
1 times 0.
Ooh, 1 times 0. That's a tricky one because that's 2 rules. What's the answer? 1 times 0?
Ooh.
No. Let's go over the rules. Anything times 0 is what? So what's the answer? There you go. All right. Last but not least, what's yours?
4 times 0.
4 times 0. And what's your answer?
0.
And tell me why. Not double. Anything times 0 is, you just gave me the answer. You said 4 times 0 is 0. So anything times 0 is what?
0.
0. Awesome. Everybody to the carpet really quick. Let's go. Everybody to the carpet. Everybody to the carpet. I need you to give up your cards. I need you to give up your cards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to ask you a question. I don't need anyone to talk. I just need you to hold your cards up. And I'm going to tell you what each card means. So, hold on 1 second. If you didn't learn anything at all, you don't know nothing new at all from what we talked about, you're going to hold up red. If you learned a little bit, just a little bit, you're going to hold up yellow. But if you feel like you learned something new today, you're going to hold up green. So if you learned something new, just a little bit, you're going to hold up green. Based on what we just did, I think everyone learned something new because some of us struggled a little bit and we need another lesson. But I feel like everyone learned. But you tell me how you feel. Hold it up. Hold it up.
I feel great.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, everybody give yourself a round of applause. You did awesome for me today. You guys get to keep everything that I gave you.